Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, and today we are going into territory that I think a lot of people are curious about, but honestly, too afraid to actually try. We're talking about something radical, going completely phone free for 30 days, and sitting across from me today is someone who actually did it. Not just a digital detox weekend, not airplane mode for a Tuesday afternoon, 30 full days, no smartphone. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. And yeah, I want to say up front, I did not think I would make it. Day one, I genuinely thought I'd broken my hand because I kept reaching into my pocket and there was nothing there, like phantom limb syndrome, but for my iPhone.
Okay, that is wild. But before we get into what actually happened to you, let's set the stage for everyone listening. Because I think most people hear phone free for 30 days and immediately think that's impossible, my job requires it, my family needs to reach me. So, why did you do this? What was the breaking point?
So here's the thing. I was sitting at dinner with my wife and my two kids one night, normal Tuesday, and I looked up from my phone and realized I had been scrolling for I didn't even know how long. My son was trying to show me this drawing he'd done, and I had said, "That's great, buddy," without even looking at it. And he just kind of put it down quietly and went back to his room. That moment hit me like a truck.
That's devastating, honestly.
It was. And the worst part is, it wasn't the first time. It had been happening for months. I just hadn't noticed because I was always on my phone. So I made the decision that night. I told my wife. She didn't believe me. She literally said, "You'll last 3 days."
Spoiler, he made it 30. But here's what I want to dig into because this isn't just a personal story. There's real science behind what happens to a human brain when you remove a smartphone from the equation. And some of it is genuinely surprising. So let's start at the beginning. Day one. What did that actually feel like physically?
Restless, anxious. I kept picking up my coffee cup and looking at the bottom of it like it was going to show me a notification. I'd walk into a room and forget why I was there, which, by the way, I thought was just me getting older. Turns out, researchers who study attention have found that the habit of constant interruption from our phones is actually fragmenting our ability to hold a single thought for more than a few minutes. We're not forgetful, we've been trained to be distracted.
That's a really important distinction because most of us blame ourselves. We think, I just have a short attention span, that's just who I am. But you're saying that's not necessarily true?
Exactly. It's behavioral. It's learned. And here's what's wild. Studies on habit formation suggest that the brain's reward system responds to phone notifications the same way it responds to unexpected rewards, like a slot machine. You don't know if the next pull is going to be something exciting or nothing at all. That uncertainty is what makes it addictive. And most of us are playing that slot machine hundreds of times a day without realizing it.
Hundreds of times a day. That number deserves a moment. Because if you add that up, the checking, the scrolling, the tapping, what does that actually cost us in terms of time and mental energy?
So there's research suggesting that after every interruption, every time you get pulled away from a task,